What's going on, everyone? So a lot of questions recently about Austin Reaves and his fit alongside LeBron James and Luka. Makes a ton of sense. Something that I've even brought up when we went and traded for Luka, just because there is. Austin Reaves is best in attack mode. Austin Reaves is best as that just offensive, just being aggressive two guard, right? Not really sold on him as your point guard, but as that secondary playmaker, as a guy that can go out there and just generate buckets. You see, whenever Austin Reaves is aggressive, it's the best version of Austin Reaves, and it's the best version of the Lakers because he's a guy that can generate his own offense, that can get and create this dribble penetration, can create this and get to his spots and collapse defenses and just kind of really open stuff up. Also, when he's not having to play the point guard role, he's actually better as a playmaker because he is reacting rather than trying to balance the two out. You see at times when he is the point guard and the primary decision maker, at times he struggles to kind of balance both out. It's like he wants to, his initial instinct is to score, but he's like, I need to get other guys cooking. I need to get other guys involved. Where when you see when he's being aggressive and he's in attack mode, it's more often when Anthony Davis is out for a night or LeBron is out for a night and Reaves gets to kind of they need his offense, you'll see he'll go and get you 40 and still dish out 7 to 12 assists or something like that, right? Because he's taking what the defense gives, right? He's being aggressive. He's looking for his offense. He's looking for his shot because the Lakers need that. And then, Jackson Hayes is rolling easy lob. Or Cutter's coming, boom, easy bounce pass. Or the defense collapse, right? He can't get a shot off, easy kick out, right? And you see that start to generate. But you're starting to see the media in particular starting to raise the questions of Austin Reaves. How does he fit? What does that look like, right? He is best with the ball in his hands, and you have Luka, LeBron, and Reaves, and Luka's going to be mostly on ball. LeBron himself has said Luka and Reaves, they can handle the ball. I'll kind of fit in where I get in. There's several ways to go about this, in my opinion. One, I do want to say, don't be surprised if Austin Reaves gets traded in the offseason. I know Reaves stands, they don't want Austin Reaves traded for Anthony Edwards even, but don't be surprised if the Lakers stumble this season. They're going to make moves. They're going to make changes in the offseason. Depending on what happens with the Mark Williams situation, they might be strapped on assets, right? Obviously, the Mark Williams situation doesn't go through, then the Lakers would have picks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Austin Reaves is still their best value, and he's going to go into a contract year. So he's going to get paid. And the Lakers, are they really going to pay him $30+ million to stay with them? I don't know. I'm not saying that they will trade him, but I'm just saying don't be shocked. Don't be surprised if Austin Reaves, you start hearing some trade rumors circulating with Austin Reaves, and particularly to get a better fit alongside Luka. But again, we'll worry about that in the offseason. The solution, in my opinion, something that I said as soon as we traded for Luka, that I think Austin Reaves needs to come off the bench in that 6-man role. Gives a couple things. One, now he can just be aggressive and be in attack mode, right? You can let him kind of be the 2 guard, let him be aggressive, get downhill, do the things that he needs to do and he's best at. On top of when Luka's on the bench, LeBron still likes to let Reaves go be Reaves. So if he's coming off the bench, you can replace, so Luka goes to the bench, Reaves comes in, right? And now you have that Luka-like guy, right? A guy that can do a little bit of everything on the basketball court when he's cooking, right? I don't think he'll settle as much, right? You've seen him settle a lot more recently since Luka. I mean, he still had great games with Luka, but he was 1 of 9 from 3 and then 1 of 10 from 3 and stuff like that. That's settling, right? He's having these settlement games at times because, he's having to play more off ball, which is understandable. Look, I'm the first one to criticize Austin Reaves, but I do think that there's going to be, and I talked about it, there's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be a little bit of a trial and error period. And I do think that Austin Reaves, in that trial and error period, I think the conclusion will be eventually, hey, let's bring him off the bench. He's actually just as good, but better efficiency off the bench. Why? Because he's going up against bench units, right? And starting units have a hard time containing him at times. Bench units, he's just going to feast. And for Austin Reaves, it's more about the opportunity role in minutes. So even if Austin Reaves comes off the bench, if he's still playing 30 minutes a night, he's still going to give you that production, but you can better scatter it, right? Like now there isn't this kind of redundancy in your starting unit, and you can still close with Reaves. If Reaves is cooking and he's got his, his game going, yeah, close with him. But if he is struggling, he is having one of those nights, like, hey, buddy, like you just don't have it tonight. Let Luka and LeBron kind of handle business, get some more defense around them. And now you don't have that pressure of like, well, he started, he should close type thing, right? Like it just, I think, makes things a lot easier overall, right? Also, Austin Reaves has to be willing to buy into it, right? Which I do believe he would. He was willing to buy into it on several occasions under Darvin Ham. I think he's smart enough to understand the circumstances, understand the situation of like, yeah, and you can sell him on the idea of like, it's you, like, right? Like, we'll make you more of a focal point. This will be best for you. And I do think Reaves would understand that, because it would be, right? Like it's like, dude, I get to go and play my game, right? Rather than fitting in alongside LeBron and Luka. Yeah, there's still going to be times where he's going to have to do that, and he's going to have to fit alongside LeBron and Luka. But I also think that there are going to be times where he's going to be able to just go, right? And when you have LeBron and Luka on the bench at times, you could even sit both at times if you wanted to, and just let Reaves be your main offensive engine. And then be aggressive. I want to see him continue to be aggressive, but he can be that, right? And then LeBron and Luka, they can come back in, and then you can scatter them. Have times where it's Luka and Reaves, have times where it's LeBron and Reaves, right? But also LeBron's going to be more willing to defer to Reaves and let Reaves do his thing, which is why I think you probably play Reaves and LeBron more than Reaves and Luka, just through the natural course of the game and minutes for all these guys and stuff. You're going to have minutes where all three are on the court. You're going to have minutes where Luka and Reaves are on the court. It's just how it's going to operate. But I do think you can have minutes where it's just Reaves. I think you can have minutes where it's LeBron and Reaves. And then, you kind of figure out the inner workings beyond that. I think that would be best for the team overall, because you can just have better units, right? Like, I like, personally, like, a couple ways you go about this. Give me Luka, and then like a Jared Vanderbilt, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, and then like Jackson Hayes, because you're kind of limited on your options at center, right? I think that's just better and has better balance than something where it's like, what we've seen with like Rui and all these guys. And now Rui and Reaves can come off the bench and just be the primary scoring options off the bench, and that just raises the bench ceiling. And again, Rui can have times just like with Austin Reaves where, he's with Luka and he's with LeBron and he's with all these other guys. But I just like that balance so much more. Or I don't even hate the idea of a Jordan Goodwin or my only concern with Gabe Vincent is it's smaller, right? Jordan Goodwin has shown the ability to defend bigger guys too, right? And just be that hard-nosed point of attack guy, where Gabe is a little smaller, right? Doesn't have the weight that Jordan Goodwin has behind him. So I do kind of like the idea of Jordan Goodwin in that starting unit. Also, if you're not going to do Jared Vanderbilt and just go like a Luka, Goodwin, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron, and then a Hayes. Again, just I think gives you much better balance, gives you much better versatility. You got those two switchable defenders. LeBron can also pick it up defensively, especially if he's not so responsible for all of the offensive creation. And then, Jackson Hayes is a lob threat and all that stuff, right? I just think that's a better balance, better flowing starting unit. And now you still have the bench unit with like Gabe Vincent, Austin Reaves, right? You'd have Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, and then like an Alex Len, right? I just think that now you just have a better balanced bench five, better balanced starting five, and then of course you can have like have that intertwining and, Rui coming in for LeBron, Reaves coming in for Luka, right? Like Gabe Vincent coming in for Goodwin, Vando coming in for Dorian Finney-Smith, Alex Len coming in for Jackson Hayes. And now you could just have this, 10-man rotation, and then whatever other guys you need to trickle in, guy has the night off or whatever, hey, Shake, you're in, or these guys, whatever you're in. I think that's the best approach. Again, Austin Reaves, I think, can be fine on this team. I do think he can fit in, but I do believe personally that it's in his best interest, the team's best interest, for him to be a sixth-man role, right? Play the Manu role. Come in, be that guy off the bench. You're going to close most games. You're going to finish most games down the stretch, especially come playoff time, because you can trust Reaves. He's going to show up. Just gives you that other shot creator, right? But you can give yourself just better overall balance while still allowing Reaves to be Reaves and not taking away from him, but also still allowing Luka to be Luka and LeBron to be LeBron, right? You have these three guys that all kind of want to do similar things, all kind of can do the same thing. How do you balance that out? Well, one of them needs to come off the bench. You're not benching Luka, you're not benching LeBron, so I think Reaves is the best choice to just bring off the bench as your sixth man to kind of navigate that. I do think it's a decision that probably gets, I don't know if they'll make that decision, even though it's probably the right decision. But JJ even said, like, hey, I'm willing to make some big changes to the starting unit now that we got Luka. Right? But he wants to let things marinate, wants to let things see. Right? I mean, we've played 2 games so far with Luka, and the first game we blew out Utah. I know we got smacked by Utah, but to me that was just the trap game. That was just, hey, Lakers, they were already thinking about tomorrow rather than focusing on today. That's kind of what that was to me. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? I feel, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.